Team, it's John McCarewitz, president with Mark Spain Real Estate. Congratulations on the closing. So you may be asking yourself, now what? The main thing is number one, stay in touch with the client after closing. It's one of the biggest complaints consumers have about their real estate transaction. They sort of feel like the closing took place, the agent got paid, and then I never heard from them again. And so, yes, at the closing, the client is now again a customer. We're no longer their fiduciary, but I still think we owe a duty to that consumer to stay in touch with them and make sure that that move was a seamless and excellent process. And so if anything pops up, any unexpected home repairs, or maybe they need a copy of their settlement statement, they know you're a resource because you've stayed in touch. So simply staying in touch is the number one thing. I think the first thing, though, you want to do is reach out to thank them for their business. Make sure that you show a gratitude and appreciation, that they show trust in you. And keep in mind that the real estate transaction is one of life's 5 great stressors, right along with loss of job, divorce, health issue, death in the family. So this was a big deal for that consumer. We may do it every day, but for that consumer, this was a big moment in their life. And so simply showing gratitude is number one. And then what you can do is then ask for them to complete that NPS survey that we're going to send them. You don't really need to talk about NPS. It means Net Promoter Score. Simply let them know we're sending a survey and we appreciate some candid feedback, that your goal is to continuously grow and improve. It's one of the values of the company. And so any feedback they have, good or bad, would be well appreciated. Certainly they're going to give you good feedback. And so once they do, just continue to stay in touch. So my recommendation is, in the first week after closing, you may call once with that gratitude call, ask them to complete the survey, and then a second time just to make sure there wasn't any other questions that they had, any other needs that they have. What can sometimes happen is an unexpected home repair pops up and they need a vendor recommendation. Maybe as homestead exemption time comes closer, they need a copy of their settlement statement because it's somewhere in their files and they can't find it. So just by saying, hey, look, I'm available. Please feel free to call me at any time. And I'm going to call you from time to time just to check in to make sure all your needs are met. And frankly, to also ask if you have any referrals. Referrals are the lifeblood of my business. And I would really appreciate you thinking about me if you have friends or family or anybody that you know that's thinking about buying or selling a home. It's really as simple as that. I actually would go back a step and even talk about the referrals at the closing table. As you're walking to the car after the closing, just let them know that, hey, I'm going to be in touch because I want to continue to be your agent and continue to be a resource for you. And occasionally I may ask you for a referral because it's really how my business thrives. So those are the two main things. You want to get a really great survey that becomes part of your brag sheet as you build your business. The marketing department can create an awesome document that features your top reviews, so you can bring that to customers, help persuade them prior to even closing to do business with you, showing what a great agent you are and what excellent service you provide. And then once again, you then stay in touch and get those referrals. Really for me, the goal of a Mark Spain real estate agent should be by year 2 and 3 to have 25 to 50% of their business coming from referrals and SOI. It's really how you lift your income and continue to build an incredible business with our company. So just keep that in mind. Stay in touch, number one. Ask for the survey, number 2. And stay in touch for those referrals. So once you get started, it'll be very easy. The biggest challenge you'll have is if you fail to call them in the first couple of months and then you try to call them 6 months later, it's going to be a little bit clunky. So just stay in that relationship. And that's my best advice for NowWhat after closing.